Hello, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. I'm at the beautiful club at Mediterra, Naples, Florida. Today's subject, a really good one, I think, golf downswing sequence and drills. Get into that, I'll show you exactly what I think that sequence should be. We'll give you 2 drills for the start of the downswing, 2 drills for impact. I'll show you some pros, we'll have some fun with it. If you're new to the channel, would love it if you'd subscribe. If you do so, hit the little bell there. You'll be notified every time a new video is coming your way. And if you go to the App Store, type in Scratch Golf Academy. We have a wonderful app that's free to you. Tempo training, short game tempo training, green reading, warm-ups, lots more. I think you'd enjoy it. Okay, start of the downswing. Certainly the hips should lead, the core should initiate, that then transfers energy to the trunk. But we're going to concentrate in this video on what happens from the arms out to the club. Once the energy has gone out there, what should happen? 4 things in sequence. Lead arm should come down, trail arm should start to straighten out, wrists begin to unhinge, left forearm hand rotate. It is not nearly as complicated as you think. I'll show you a pro do it, demonstrating the start of this downswing. We've got some simple drills for you. You get this sequence right, you'll be hitting it well. All right, Jessica Korda on the left there, Sergio Garcia on the right. Let's have a look. Certainly the initiation is that weight transfer, the pressure going to the lead foot. But once that's happened, you watch that lead arm work down her chest. So if you watch the amount of her shirt that's visible there and use that as a reference, down comes that lead arm into a great slot. Now Sergio Garcia, none better than that. If you want to hit the ball like a champ, look at his shirt button there. Again, initially there's the dynamic body movement, but watch that left arm work down. Now you see that shirt button above his left hand. Let's have a quick look at the right arm and how that's working. We'll go with Ricky Fowler here. In fact, I'm going to put Ricky on both sides of the screen. And let's get him, I mean, he's just about finished with his backswing, maybe top of the hat there. And let's get him at that point at the start of the downswing. I would say right there. That is just the change of direction. Thumbs about level with the top of the hat. You can see there's been a momentary increase in angle there in that arm. You can also see that his tricep, or his elbow if you like, is closer to his side. So that would be a little more pronounced with a driver. Let's go to, than it would with a middle or short iron. Let's go to an old Justin Rose. So let's get him. You see a little bit less of that loading, but certainly the right arm gathers. But look at the angle between the right arm, say there, and let's go down a few frames. Look how much longer it is starting to get here. Not that this is the ideal perspective to see how long it is, but you can see it loads and then pretty quickly starts to get longer there. Okay, first 2 drills, or at least mental pictures if you like. Take this lead hand, picture a table or some such right there, and taking the heel of that hand, could you smack down on the top of that table with the heel of your hand? Well, of course you could. Now, hey, that would involve some dynamic movement, no question about it, gripping the ground a little bit. It's not independently the arm, but it's no good just doing that. This arm has to get down and whack the table. That's image number 1. The second image I would give to you, or a drill if you like, if you take your trail arm, my right arm, most right-handers are right-handed people, converse for left-handed, and if I had to, in a dynamic way, let that load, but really throw that ball down there, I wouldn't just toss it. You combine these 2 things, I'm telling you, you get the right general impression. The biggest enemy, honestly, for most people doing this, there's so much ball focus, their arms go towards the ball. If they come down at all, they've got to come down this way. So let's have a little shot here. Heel of hand coming down, a little bit of dynamics with the trail hand. This doesn't mean it has to be lightning quick or out of rhythm, but these are the feels. Let's have a look at the pros doing impact, and let's look at those other 2 features. US Open champ Jon Rahm on the left. Look at the back of his glove. Rotate that face down onto the ball as the wrists finish unhinging. There's Mr. Nicklaus, of course, needs no introduction. Arms are down now. Right arm is appreciably longer than early in the downswing. Watch as the wrists uncock. Look at the back of his glove. Rotate downwards and turn the face towards the ground. Great stuff. Well, just briefly before we look at the first of our 2 impact drills, got a free course for you if you look at the link below the video. Solid Strike Formula, 3-part in-depth video course. It's free. I think you'd enjoy it. I hope you'll check it out. Got all sorts of information that'll be helpful to you. Okay, first of our 2 drills. Impact bag would be ideal. If you don't have one, a big heavy towel pushed up against something, in this case the range bucket. So what we're going to feel is I'm going to imitate my position, middle of the downswing, maybe 2/3 of the way to the ball. I'm going to take the back of the heel of the head of the club here, the neck, and tap it into that towel like so, tapping it that way. And then on the 3rd or 4th time, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. In other words, I'm hinging down, but then I'm going to turn it so the face hits it. So now I'm still staying in this dimension. That would be my first 2 taps. Then simply turn the face against the bucket. You will really be fostering the correct idea of how the wrists unhinge and how they straighten out. Let's have a look from here. Okay, here we go. Tap, tap, turn the face like so. Now the next drill, I'm going to show you myself doing this in slow motion, the whole sequence in slow motion just after this, so you can sort of see how it fits together. But the next drill is sort of an old school one, left arm only. This was super popular when I was young growing up. Johnny Miller apparently was a great believer in this in his career. That's lead arm, left arm only, must choke to the bottom of the handle. I've got an 8-iron here, something like that. It's a much more heightened sense of the release of the wrists and the turning of the back of this lead hand when you do it with one arm. Here's the key though, don't just drag in there and try to hit the ball. You've got to give it a little pop like that. So there's a bit of a hit and stop, and if you can't stop where this is in a fairly straight line, in other words, it's not like that, you are not doing the drill properly. So let's try it again. Tap down, square the face. Just like that. That was better than the first one. This is a great way to test whether you have the feel. Let's have a look at that slow motion. So there's me top of the backswing on the left, and you can see once the body's made its initial move, the arms start to work down, not straight down the line towards the ball, but downwards. And it's only once they're down do they work underneath me and onto the golf ball there. And if we look on the face-on view, there's the end of the backswing. First move, lower body. Then the trunk gathers a bit, and you can see the right wrist and arm loading. But once that's done, watch my left arm come down my shirt, sort of cover my tummy up. By this point, the right arm's starting to straighten, then the wrists unhinge, and that left hand rotates, squaring the face onto the golf ball. Well, I hope that was helpful for you. You can do these things if you put a little bit of practice in, make it on a small scale and work up. Thanks for watching.